friends. Welcome to Summer Reading 2020 with the Rowan Public Library. My name is Miss Vicki and I'm filming from my home. And this is my friend Sticky. Sticky wants to take you on an adventure. We're going to go outside. We're going to see bees today. We're going to walk to the pond today. And then of course we've got some books for you too. And we're going to learn a new song at the end of the day. So all of our friends here, we're all ready for an adventure. Are you? All right, let's get started. All right, friends, before I get too close to the beehive, I better put on my protective hat. And the bees can't get at my face. Let's try like this. And now we can move closer. Ready? Let's see some bees. Oh, they have sweet water today, so they don't have to go find some flowers. But there they are. Pretty neat, huh? Let's count them. 1, 2, one went away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they keep coming. Oh, that's really special. Now that's another kind of bee. That's not a honeybee, but this bee is collecting that sweet water called nectar. They love these flowering bushes. These are called blackberries. Now that we've seen a real beehive outside, let's read a book about bees and all they do. Here's our book today, Amazing Bees. It's written by Sue Unstead. Let's take a look inside. Here's the title page, our table of contents, and then our bee friends. Bees are amazing. They help flowers make fruits and seeds. They give us sweet honey. Let's find out what makes a bee so special. Chapter 1. What is a bee? A bee is an insect. And like all insects, it has 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it has a body made up of 3 parts. It has 2 pairs of wings. Buzz, buzz, buzz. A bumblebee beats its wings so fast that it makes a buzzing sound. That's a close-up view. Let's zoom in close. A bee has a hairy body and a face. It has 2 big eyes and 3 little ones. It has a very, very long tongue. And on one of its legs, there's a little basket to collect pollen. All these features help a bee do its job. Amazing bee facts. Bee math. Honeybees build honeycombs, that's this right here, with perfect 6-sided cells. Busy bees, they must visit 2 million flowers to make 1 jar of honey. That's a lot. Sweet story. A worker bee makes about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. They work their whole lifetime to make 1 teaspoon of honey. Ouch! A bee will only sting if you disturb it, and only female bees have stingers. Bees and flowers. A bee is a flower's best friend. It helps the flower make seeds to make more flowers. It helps the flower make the fruits and the crops we eat. The flower has food for the bee, sugary nectar and powdery pollen. The nectar is a sweet water, and that's what the bees like to drink. Sweet nectar. So first the bee smells the flower, and it flies to it, and it lands on the petal looking for the sweet, sugary juice. And the bee, he uncurls its long tongue, or she, and dips it deep inside the flower. Sip, sip, sip. It sucks up the nectar. Spreading pollen. A bee may visit more than 50 flowers during one trip. And as the bee flies from flower to flower, pollen sticks to its hairy body. That's all the yellow powder called pollen. Now, bee families. The honeybee lives in a big family group, and each bee has its own special job to do. Beekeepers, like this person here, they provide a home for the bees called a beehive. They can keep their bees safe and collect the honey. Beekeepers always leave enough honey for the bees to eat. Now, let's see what it's like when you don't have a hive. These are bees out in the wild. They don't have a box, a hive to live in. Wild honeybees can build their nest in a hollow tree. They build their nest in a cave or under a roof. They build it in the wax cells, and they make honey, and they store it for winter. Now there are fewer and fewer bees in the wild, and that is sad news. Scientists are trying to figure out why. All about honey. Honey is the only food made by insects that we can eat. And when a bee brings nectar back to the nest, it passes the nectar to another bee. And this bee chews and chews the nectar until it turns into honey. And the bees store the honey in the wax cells that make up what's called a honeycomb. I really like this story. Amazing bees. Come on, Sticky. We'll go look at the pond. All right, I'll get quiet so we can see if some frogs will come around. Oh, there's water splashing. I bet there was something that just jumped in the water. Sometimes you'll hear them croak. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's keep looking. Sometimes you can see the fish splash out of the water. Now that we've explored the pond outside, let's read a make-believe story about a frog that wants to go jogging. Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper frog saw that all the other folks were going out to jog. Finkelhopper whispered, "I will buy a jogging suit. I'll get myself a jazzy one, a dandy one, a beaut." So Finkel got his hat and coat and locked his little door, then ran to Mrs. Chimpanzee's. She ran the clothing store. He checked out all the jogging suits. A lot of them were cute. He told her he was looking for a really special suit. She reached beneath the counter and came up with something wild. A suit with pink and purple dots, and Finkelhopper smiled. He touched it, he smoothed it, he held it to his chin. The suit was really rockin'. Let my jogging days begin. So home he hurried happy. He put on the suit right away, and off he went to show the crowd he'd jog with them today. He hipped, he hopped, he sang a sweet kerjog until he started wondering, is this the way to jog? Now, coming down the other way was Itchy Flea the dog, and Itchy nearly choked himself from laughing at the frog. Aw. Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper frog. That's a stupid jogging suit, said Itchy Flea the dog. And man, you're only hopping. That is not the way to jog. Aw. Finkelhopper sputtered and he muttered in a fog. I've got my jazzy jogging suit and now I want to jog. Then Yowlering the alley cat with half a bitten ear and fur a little patchy came trotting from the rear. Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper, Finkelhopper frog. Your jogging suit is goofy and you don't know how to jog. She gave a silly giggle. She flipped her fuzzy tail and off she went and hollered, Did you get it at a sale? Now Finkel's heart was heavy, but he hoped it didn't show. He hopped along determined he would never let them know. But then a rabbit came along, a ribbon on her head. A boing, a boing, a boing, a boing. And this is what she said. My name is Ruby Rabbit. Hey, you're looking pretty cute. A-hoppin' in your hippie hopping suit. You're calling this a hopping suit? Said Finkelhopper Frog. And Ruby said, Of course it is. We hop. We never jog. So Finkelhopper kept on doing what you always do, 'cause hopping is the way to go, the perfect way for you. Then Finkel winked a froggy eye. Oh, Ruby, now I see that everyone has special things to do and say and be. We all can hop or jog or fly or crawl or leap or run and get to anywhere we want. There's room for everyone. And that is the end of Finkel Hopper Frog. Thanks for reading it with me. Hey friends, after you go outside on an adventure, it's important to come back indoors and wash your hands. We want them to get clean. Here's a song to help us remember. The bee goes buzz, buzz, I go wash my hands. The frog goes ribbit, ribbit, I go wash my hands. The snake goes hiss, hiss, I go wash my hands. The owl goes woo, woo, I go wash my hands. Touch your knees, touch your toes, touch your shoulders, but not your nose. Turn around, jump up high, wave hello, wave goodbye. Sticky says it's a beautiful day to come out and play. I hope you'll go exploring too. And don't forget, keep on reading all those wonderful books. You all take care. Bye-bye.